Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. So today I kind of want to review and compare three different types of magnetic folio cases for the iPad. Now there are many different brands out there and we're up to M4 iPads. I have an M2 iPad Pro 11 inch. So the three cases that I'm going to be comparing are one, magnetic. Two, they'll probably fit the 11-inch iPad Pro. That's the M2 iPad Air, which is newer. They will fit obviously the 11-inch iPad Pro M2, but these are all for the 11-inch model. Now these brands all make magnetic folio cases for the older generation iPads and the new generation iPads. The one caveat is the first-party Apple folio cases. As you know, once they bring out a new iPad, a new iPhone, a new whatever, the silicone cases, the clear cases, the folio cases, you can't get those anymore on the at the Apple Store. And I've even gone to their website, and you have to find refurbished accessories. So I don't know where all that stuff goes. I guess maybe they sell it on Amazon. But I will be putting Amazon affiliate links in the description below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it really does help support the channel. So without further ado, let's compare these three cases. All right, so these are the three cases that we are going to compare. Here we have the official Apple magnetic folio case. Here we have the official ESR folio case. And then over here we have Moft, their magnetic folio case. Each one of these three cases, they have similarities, so all three of them connect to the iPad magnetically. They all have the same sleep-wake function, that's all normal, and they all have basic standing angles and levels and things like that. But each of them also have something that the other one doesn't have. All right, so first we're going to start with the first-party Apple case. All right, so here with the Apple case, we do have a blue one here. It's a nice blue. This material feels really nice. Feels nice and premium. The one thing that I've never really liked about the Apple folio cases is you can see the fingerprints, your hands get greasy, and you feel everything, or you see everything. So like, you know, that's one thing that these start to look grimy after a while, but I mean, you can clean them off and they still look fine after you clean them off. It's just, you know, you do have the Apple logo here. You open it up. Now, this is one thing I really like about the Apple cases here is that, and this is like this with their silicone cases too, there's always like a nice felt or soft material liner inside to where your device will not get all scratched up. Now, is it going to protect your device all that much? Well, honestly, no. The silicone case isn't really going to protect your phone, and this is only going to protect your iPad from scratches. It will not protect it from any drops or anything like that. So that's something to keep aware, and that's really for all of these cases. There are folio cases out there that are not magnetic, that you snap your iPad in, and it will offer a next level of protection, but we're only comparing the ones that connect magnetically, so they don't have any kind of casing around your iPad. All right, so the iPad sits nice in here, and because it's first party, obviously it fits perfect. All right, so you tap it in, you get good strong magnets. All right, for the most part, strong magnets. You'll see the magnetic capabilities of some of the other ones here in a minute. But then you close it up, and as usual, you know, on the back here, everything fits like it should, nice and tight around the edges and the back. All right, and then you flip it over, fits nice and stuff everything on the top, but you can see there is no protection except for like here. All right. Okay, so you get this primary sitting angle right here, just like this. It's really the only angle you get unless you flip it over and put it down like this, and this is more of a quote-unquote drawing or writing angle. So two basic angles, and these angles work just fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I feel like they work really well, and I've never had any issues with them whatsoever. And you'll see that with another one of the cases, you get basically the exact same angles. So that is the Apple one, and you can see you still get the sleep-wake functionality out of this. All right, so the next case we're going to look at is going to be the ESR case. So ESR is a brand that makes all sorts of different kind of accessories for iPhone, iPad, and things like that. And their phone cases are really, really nice, and they make really nice iPad accessories as well. And this is their gray Folio case. And you can see the one thing that this has that the Apple first-party one doesn't have is this flap. And I honestly like this flap. Now there are some ones out there, so like if I said before, if you get one of the ones where you snap your iPad into the case, there are ones out there that have this flap, but then when you want to tuck it back, this connects magnetically. Those don't. So that's why I like what ESR does. So inside here, again, nice. It's not as plush or as soft as the liner in the Apple one, but still, your iPad's not going to get all scratched up and things like that in here. All right, so let's put our iPad in. And so you remember the magnet strength from the first party one. It did fall off. This one, this might have the strongest magnets out of all of them. All right, I had to really, really shake it hard. So ESR makes some super strong magnets, or they put some super strong magnets in their cases. Even their phone cases, they put some really, really strong magnets. So you put this on here, and that snaps that, and this really keeps your Apple Pencil nice and secure, keeps it in there, and it's not going to fall out. All right, so you put this in a backpack, and you are good to go. It's nice, it's lightweight. This material feels softer than the Apple case, and you get a little bit of a lip here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but you get a little bit of a lip here. So like if this falls, it's still gonna, you know, hit your iPad, but it will hit this part of the case first. So there is a little, like I say, a little bit of protection. I don't even want to call it protection because really it's not, but it provides some kind of cushion. It's better than absolutely nothing. And you can see that it just fits nice and tight on the back of the iPad, so nothing to worry about there. You open this up, you get the same wake sleep functionality. So, and this just really like sticks to the iPad, like really just, I love the magnets in these ESR cases, I really do. And then that's easy peasy. So you open it up, and just like with the Apple case, you get that same standing angle, so pretty standard angle. The one thing that I did notice is that when you want to hold the tablet, you put it back, and then you put this like that, and it holds that in place, and it provides a little bit of a place for the Apple Pencil. So like I know with the naked iPad, you put your hand here, the Apple Pencil just is either going to come off or it feels like it's going to come off. With this, it actually kind of has a place for the Apple Pencil to kind of push up against so that it doesn't just completely come off, which is nice. And so yeah, when you fold it back, it goes that. With the Apple one, it folds completely flat and back, which is, it's nice. I mean, it's real slim and sleek, I will say that. And then again, you have the same kind of tablet, you have the same drawing or writing mode. With this though, you do have a little bit of a, since the flap is folded back, it sits a little different and it does wobble a little bit, but usually anytime that I'm writing on the iPad, I'm not writing with it in that angle. I might be viewing something in that angle, but I'm never really writing in that angle. I'm mostly writing with it like this. And so here it sits just fine for me to write with. So, and those are the two angles from this one. And again, just nice strong magnets, nice color, and you don't, one thing that I noticed with this one is that you really don't notice the fingerprints. You don't notice the oil from your fingers getting on it. You don't see any of that, and I love that. Now, I did have a black one of these, and you saw the fingerprints, you saw the oil, you saw all of that stuff, and it looked terrible. With this color, you don't see any of that, which is why a lot of times with like the white cases or the white Magic Keyboard and the white Folio case, you don't see as many fingerprints as you do with like the darker charcoal colored one or the black one. I'm not sure why that is, but I'm sure if you know, put it down in the comments so we all know. But yeah, I really, really love this case. All right, so let's move on to the Moft case. That will be the next one that we're going to take a look at. Now, this is the Moft Folio case. It's made out of a faux leather, so it's a vegan leather. It's not real leather. This is the most versatile folio case, and it's also the heaviest because you can see here there's all these different angles. There's this right here, all right? And there's magnets and metal in this entire freaking thing. So it really adds some bulk to your iPad. So you snap it in, you put it in. Magnet strength is okay. It's probably about on par with the Apple Folio case. Again, you get the sleep wake. All right. It's nice, it's sleek, it feels good. Even though it's black, you don't typically see the fingerprints and the oil from your skin, which is nice. They have these in a couple different colors. The black one seems to be the most popular one. And then again, just like with the ESR, you have a little bit of a lip on the case that will provide, again, I don't want to say protection, but if you drop it, it is going to hit the Folio case first and then your iPad. So there is some kind of cushion. But like I said this is the most versatile. This has 4 standing angles, I think. Yeah, 4. So for the regular standing angle, you take it like this, tuck it underneath here like so, and then you have your first standing angle. Now this is a little bit more upright. I've used this when using like an external keyboard and things like that. So not bad at all. And then again, if you want to do like writing or something like that, this is literally the most stable of this. Now, again, I wouldn't use this angle to write with, but what I would do is if you're sitting at a desk and you want a little bit more privacy, you don't want somebody to see what you're typing behind you or anything like that, you could literally go like this and type and use an external keyboard, and you get the view like this instead of, you know, kind of straight up to where people can see what you're doing. They'd have to literally look over your shoulder to see what you're typing. So, you know, that's something. So yeah, the only thing I don't like is the magnets on here aren't as strong as they could be. So like if you push on the volume and stuff here, it's fine. That's because this sits inside of this recessed hole for the camera, but you push on this side where there is no camera and it comes off. So that is something I really don't like about this. So that was the 2 angles. The third angle, you tuck this like this, fold this over. So you have this angle. So you see there's a little bit of a gap here, and this is the one that I kind of, if I'm typing, I type at the most. Kind of gives you a little bit more of an angle. It sits up a little bit higher, so I feel like this is just a little bit better. But overall, I mean, it's not a bad angle. The magnets, like I said, could be stronger, and that's going to be a common theme with this particular case. Now I don't know if they've changed that or updated that with the M4 iPads. Hopefully they have. But with the M2 Air and the M2 Pros, well, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But the fourth angle is kind of the coolest. So you notice here how it has like this cutout. So you literally just push in the middle and you get this. You get this stand. And it sits up here like so. So this gives you the highest viewing angle out of all of them when it comes to from the desk up to the bottom of the iPad here. It gives you a nice angle of viewing. It's pretty sturdy. I mean, I'm tapping on this and it's not really, you know, falling down. So it is sturdy. Again, with the magnets, you push too hard on this side and it will pop off. And you can see that it's just this, and this really doesn't hold it up. It's these magnets that are in here on this side. And then this is what it looks like from the back. So this is what's holding it up and making it nice and sturdy. So this one, if you need a real nice versatile one, this is a good option here. So which one is my personal favorite? Well, let's kind of recap. The first party one, the Apple one, it gives you that logo on the back. It says that yes, this is an Apple official case. You get the nice soft liner that's in here. Good magnets, I wouldn't say strong magnets, good magnets. You get all the first party functionality out of it. So if you're looking strictly for first party, you got to go with this one. If you want the most versatility and a nice sleek looking one, I mean, you're gonna have to deal with this guy here, you know, these legs. But it's nice and sleek. It does add some weight because everything in here is some kind of metal or magnet or something. Unfortunately, those magnets could be a lot stronger. But that is what it is. So this is the Moft Folio case. I used this one a lot. It's a great case. I enjoyed using it. I enjoyed all the different versatile angles. I mean, you pair this bad boy up with like the Logitech MX Keys to Go 2 or any other external keyboard and mouse or trackpad, and you've got a real portable workstation there where you can just prop this up at multiple angles and just get stuff done. So if you want versatility and something that's, you know, looks like leather that isn't actual leather, then go with the Moft one. That'll serve you well. Now, if you want something that's nice, lightweight, you like how the material feels on the Apple one, but you want something that's maybe just a little bit softer, just a little bit lighter, you want to be able to make sure your Apple Pencil is protected, you want some stronger magnets, and you're good with the two different viewing angles, well then go with ESR. You don't see the fingerprints with this. You still have a nice, somewhat soft liner in here. I mean, could they have made it better, more soft with better material? Sure, yeah. But with the Apple one, you're paying like 80 bucks. With this one, you're paying like 20 bucks, or maybe it's 70 bucks, I don't know. But regardless, the Apple one is very expensive. The ESR one is nice, and I think it's really the best option out of all of them, and it is my favorite one. So anytime that I'm carrying my iPad without the Magic Keyboard or anything like that, this is what I'm carrying it in, because this is nice, it's lightweight, it sits down nice, I honestly love everything about it. And there are stands out there that are magnetic, so you put your iPad magnetically on the back of the stand, or on the stand, and it just sticks. Well, guess what? With this one, it sticks too. Literally just open this, and I mean, this is going to be dangling off of it because this part is not magnetic, but this back part is. So you stick it to the stand and it just stays there. I mean, yeah, this is going to hang off, or you can fold this down and just have it hang like this. All right. But, you know, it'll work with those stands. And you fold it back. You don't have to worry about the, you know, the top part coming down or anything like that, because this flap's holding it in place and the magnets are holding it in place. Sits nice and flat. You know, it's nice to write on. I just really have no real complaints or things like, man, I wish I could 1000% change about this thing. So this is my favorite one, and for the price, it's phenomenal. I will include all the prices down in the descriptions below, and like I said, there will be affiliate links. The prices I'll put is prices that you can find on Amazon. And then for the Moft one and the ESR one, I'll include prices from their website and on Amazon. For the Apple one, even though it won't be the exact one that I have here, I'll include what their prices are on Amazon and if you go through the Apple store. So hopefully you guys like this video. Please hit that like button, subscribe. I've noticed that the majority of you guys out there that are watching my videos, I thank you, I appreciate it. But a lot of you guys are not subscribed, and it would really, really help this channel grow if you could hit that subscribe button, smash that bell so you know when I put out new videos, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.